Hello, welcome. This is Vince of vinceprep.com and Agos Admissions Consulting. Continuing with my video about optional essays or supplemental essays. And again, I'm using the word essays loosely. I mean small boxes of text or long boxes of text or videos. Anyway, optional information that you must decide whether or not to include. The first category, which I talked about in my previous video, which I apologize got a bit long, I'll try to make this one shorter, were the closed schools. The schools that said, look, we don't want to hear anything else unless there's a problem with your academic performance or your professional performance or some personal situation and you must explain. Go ahead, but keep it short. Those are easy. Admissions consulting, sometimes, if my client trusts the system and understands holistic admissions, it's a matter of following directions. And once in a while, a client needs me to say, yes, you can trust them. If you leave it blank, they won't think you don't want to go to Stanford just because you didn't fill up every possible box. Occasionally, a client does need me to basically tell them that it's okay to leave something blank. It doesn't make them a bad person or a bad applicant. But closed ones are pretty straightforward. It's yes or no. I don't have anything to say, so I'm leaving it empty. And lots of my clients leave those empty. These schools, the open schools, this is where it gets tricky because it's hard to know sometimes what's a good story to tell. So starting again with Wharton, please use this space, please. So they want you to answer it, please. Please use this space below to highlight any additional information that you would like us, the admissions committee, to know about your candidacy. So you need to understand the admissions criteria and understand how to fill in the gap between what you've already shown in the resume or CV, small boxes, recommendation letters, essay 1, the required essay, and then what else do you want us to know? 400 words. All of my clients answer this, not all of them use 400 words, and they don't follow any particular pattern. It depends on, once I get to know them, and I do know what else might impact their candidacy positively, they put it here. Chicago as well is open. If there is any important information relevant to your candidacy you were unable to address elsewhere in the application, please, open, share that information here. 500 words for Chicago. And again, it doesn't have to be 500. It could be 200. Could be 100. MIT is cool because they are actually technologically open-minded, and lots of my clients use video actually to answer this question. There is no, I couldn't find it, maybe it's in the inside the application, which I can't see. It might be 500 words or 400 words. If it's video, they basically suggest it be a minute. A lot of my clients' videos are a minute and a half, whatever, but not a 5-minute video. And here they say the admissions committee invites you to share additional information about yourself in any format. So I think other schools, I've asked Stanford, for example, I asked Derek, are you thinking about video? And he said basically, yes, on one hand, we'd love it. It's not that they are afraid of technology, but his answer was fair. He said, look, not everyone in the world can easily make and share a video, and that's true. So they're basically saying, when the technology is truly global and accessible everywhere on the planet, then we might have a video essay, and that's fair. Other schools are using video, requiring video. I'll talk about that in another video, and on my website. Required videos at Kellogg and Yale, and also increasingly at public policy schools. Required videos at Rotman in Canada, University of Toronto MBA program. But anyway, MIT, it might be video. And if you can make a short video about yourself outside work, I'd say go for it. Berkeley-Haas. 500 words or less, please feel free to provide a statement concerning any information you would like to add to your application that you haven't addressed elsewhere. So last year, lots of my clients, I had a good year for Berkeley last year. Some of them, it was, I took 5 years to graduate. Others of them shared a brief personal story. But in the case of Berkeley, there is a sort of personal essay, right? The song essay is personal. So this one, it's some of my clients do leave this blank. But if you have something else you'd like to share, this is your opportunity. I don't think it's as well, MIT only has one required essay. Chicago only has one required essay or PowerPoint. Wharton only one required essay. Those schools, the supplemental one, I think is strongly encouraged. At least if you're working with me, I'll strongly encourage you to use it. Berkeley, a lot of my clients, I'll say, don't write anything here. But if you can, if you want to, I think it's, again, an open question. INSEAD, supplemental question, open question that says, in 300 words or less, is there anything else not covered in your application that you would like to share with the admissions committee? And again, highly encouraged, even though INSEAD gives you lots of other essays, try to find something else to share with them here. What that could be, I don't know until I get to know you better. At Agos Admissions Consulting, it's one of the main things we do is get to know you to try to figure out what might fit here. London also encouraged 300 words or less. Is there any other information you believe the admissions committee should know about you and your application to London Business School? Very open-ended, very warm and encouraging. I strongly encourage you to write something. What that would depend on the rest of your application, and more importantly, ultimately, you as an applicant. What could you tell them? That's how we start this process holistically, getting to know you at Agos, getting to know you, and then once we get to know you, we can figure out what might go in this box, in these 300 words. And finally, as I talked about in my previous video, and I'll briefly repeat it here, Harvard is basically, I want to fix this, it says mixed, I wanted to say both. It's open and closed and open. So they say down here, if you have extenuating life circumstances that impacted your record at school or work, or if you're unable to submit a recommendation from a current employer, explain the situation and how you selected the alternative recommender. So that's a great use of these 500 characters, not words, characters. So that's about 100 words, including spaces. So it's pretty short. Do not send another essay, especially copy and pasted essay from some other school. No, 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 no. But as they say here at the top, just say hello. Okay, none of my clients have ever done that, but you might be the first. Maybe it happens all the time. Harvard students in this box just write, hello, Dylan House, I hope to, whatever. Maybe. They say you can, so maybe you could, you should, I don't know. Or a fun fact, which is like, again, I said in the previous video, at the interview, if they say at the end, surprise me, this is like the kind of thing that you would include there. Something that somehow didn't fit in one of those many, many, many small boxes that you have in the application. So those are among what I call the top schools. Those are the schools that have these open questions, which are, quite frankly, harder to answer than those other schools which ask for closed or well-defined questions. Anyhow, hopefully it's not too confusing. Most of all, try to enjoy the process. Best of luck with your applications. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you will be the first to know when I've uploaded a new video. So, thanks for watching. That's all for now. Take care. Bye-bye.
We on a world tour with Muhammad, my man, going each and every place with the mic in their hand. Chinatown, Spokane, London, Tokyo.